Yes, Ms. Nube.
Thank you, Chair. Chair, the next witness is Brigadier Mokoena, and his statement appears in section 2 of the bundle. And Brigadier Mokoena has also decided to be sworn in.
Good morning, Brigadier.
Good morning, Commissioner.
Do you swear that the evidence you are going to give is the truth, the whole truth, nothing but the truth? If so, please raise your right hand and say, "So help me God."
So help me God.
Thank you, Chair. Brigadier, can you just give us your full name for the record?
Lesiba Joseph Mokoena.
Can I ask you to go to, if you look at the file in front of you, there should be a file divider that with the number 2, it's got section 2. Your statement should appear there, and if you can confirm on page 4 of that section that that is your signature on page 4.
I confirm, Commissioner, it's my signature.
And do you confirm that the statement that appears at page 1 to 4 of section 2 is the statement prepared for purposes of giving evidence at this commission?
I confirm, Commissioner.
And do you confirm that the contents of the statement are true and correct to the best of your knowledge?
I confirm, Commissioner.
Okay. Thank you, Brigadier. Brigadier, if we can start at page 1 of your statement, paragraph 1. It's an introduction. If I could ask you to just give us a brief background of your service within the SAPS, when it started and when you became a brigadier as well.
Thank you, Commissioners. I started my career in the South African Police Service in 1991. I started at the former unit that we had before, that was called Stability Unit, Stability Riot Unit 19, which was situated in Roslyn. And then I left the unit in 1997 to pursue my career at the task team in Joburg at the province office until in 2001. In 2001, I joined a unit called Serious Violent Crime Unit in Pretoria that was situated in Visagie Street. And then in 2007, the unit was closed down. Then I joined a new unit that was formed in that day in 2007 called High Tech Project Center. And then I worked at High Tech Project Center until 2010, when that unit, High Tech Project Center, was incorporated into Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation in 2010 in April. And then I started working at Directorate for Priority Crime Investigation, April 2010, and then under the operational office. Till to date, I'm still in the operational office.
And what is your current position within the Hawks?
Currently, I'm the section head at the level of the Brigadier in the operational office of the DPCI called Tactical Operation Management Section.
Can you just...
I've been promoted to the position of a Brigadier on the 5th December 2024.
And can you just briefly tell us what being the section head within the Tactical Operations Management section entails?
As a section head of TOM's Tactical Operation Management section, I am running an operational office that is giving a backup on all the units within the Directorate, assisting them on the takedown operations, assisting the Directorate's investigators to track and trace most wanted suspects and most wanted fugitives, high-profile suspect, Within my mandate, I'm also having a mandate of escorting high-profile suspects to and from court, and the protection of the directorate investigators when they are attending court. And lastly, escorting of consignments within the directorate to and from the offices to either ballistics or forensics, and then escort them back to their offices.
Thank you, Brigadier. For reasons that will become relevant later, could you just tell us what is your nickname within the force?
Thank you, Commissioners. My nickname is Klenki within the subs system. That's the name that I earned in 1991 when I arrived at the riot unit. I was still a young 21-year-old boy with a tiny body. Then when I arrived there was the late General Maleka. By then he was a Captain Maleka. And then when he saw me in that camouflage uniform, asked me my name, and from there said to me, "From now on you are Klenki." And then that's the reason that the name that I grew up with within the cycle of SAPS organization till today, and then I'm looking forward to retire with that name.
Thank you for mentioning the nickname, because I think I saw it somewhere, maybe in the annexures. I did see reference to Klenki, so now we know who that is.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Chair. Brigadier, if we can then go to paragraph 2 of your statement, which you kick off with the events of the 6th of December, 2024. Now, you mentioned that you were promoted to the rank of Brigadier the day before.
That's correct, Commissioner.
Okay. Can you tell us what transpired on the 6th of December, 2024?
Thanks a lot, Commissioners. I confirm that I was promoted the day before. And then to my surprise, I didn't know that the incident the next day, starting to work as a brigadier, then I will have a date to recall to come to the Commissioner. Thank you, Commissioner. On the day in question, Commissioner, the DPCI was held in the National Excellency Awards that were held at Brigadier, it's around Pretoria East. And then while I was there, before the events get hot, I received a call from my divisional commissioner, which is Lieutenant General Dumizani Patrick Mboto. I'm reporting direct to the divisional commissioner. And then he said to me he was approached by our former national head, Lieutenant General Libya, to inquire if our operational team has been deployed around Gauteng. And then I said to the divisional commissioner, no, Lieutenant General Dumizani Mboto, my team has not been deployed around that site. And he said to me, the national head, Lieutenant General Libya, just received a call to say there are allegations that there's members alleging to be from the Hawks at a certain set address in Sandhurst in Joburg. And then they are also alleging that they are with Lieutenant General Libya on the said premises, and then they wanted to enter the premises and search the premises. Then Lieutenant General Mboto instructed me to go and verify who are those members at that address. I was given that address, though I didn't know who was the owner of the said house. And then I contacted two of my operational members, of which is Captain Kruger and Constable de Gouveia.
Sorry, Brigadier, can I just interject there? When you received the call from General Mboto, in your statement you say that he said he was with General Labia at the time when General Labia received the call. Is that correct?
That's correct, Worship. I was also within the vicinity of the Excellency Awards.
Because you were all at the same event?
That's correct, Commissioner.
And then you refer to the address.
You say, sorry, just for clarity, you say vicinity. Do you mean you are not at the exact same place where Generals Mboto and Libya were? You were somewhere close to where they were.
To clarify, Commissioner, I was also the attendee on the National Awards, but I was not sitting exactly next to them.
You were at the same venue?
Correct, Commissioner.
Oh, but not next to them?
Correct, Commissioner.
Thank you, Chair. And then you mentioned the address that you were asked to go and verify if the operations were being undertaken there. Can you confirm what you know today, who that address belongs to?
Thank you, Commissioner. I am aware today that address or that house belonged to Mr. Katiso Molefe.
And at what point did General Mboto give you the exact address? Was it during the call or did he send you a message with the address?
Commissioner, as I recall, he sent me the message, WhatsApp message for that address.
Okay. You then say that you contacted Captain Kruger and Constable de Gavea.
That's correct.
And who are they?
Captain Kruger and Constable de Gavea are one of my operational team members. And then just to add on that, for me to send the two, I in fact contacted Captain Kruger. His crew at the office is Constable de Gavea.
Okay. And what did you instruct them to do?
Thank you, Commissioner. I indicated to them to say, I just received an information from our DIFCOM, General Mpoto, to say on the said address that I forwarded them via WhatsApp, there's an information that there are police officers there that are claiming, that are alleging are from the Hawks, and then they are with our national head there, want an entry and then to search the premises. And then the two members, they did also, or they were aware that we are at the National Awards ceremony. So go and verify on that address who are those members that are there. Why? Because we are sitting with the national head here. And indeed, they proceeded to the address, Commissioner.
Now, can I just ask you about the call that you had with Captain Kruger? Captain Kruger has also submitted a statement to the Commission. And according to him, he had given you a certain indication that he was not in a position to attend to the scene that you had asked him to go to. Do you recall what his response to you was when you instructed him to go to the house in Sandhurst?
Commissioner, I missed the first or the third word from your side when you started your question.
Can you tell us what Captain Kruger's response was to you when you instructed him to go to the house?
Correct, Commissioner. When I tasked him, with my idea was to say I was tasking him knowing that he's a member within around Eastern Joburg side, but then they were from another operation, which was, if I recall well, was in Rustenburg, and then they will try their best to rush to the said address.
I didn't hear the last thing you said. And they were what?
They promised me, Commissioner, to rush to the said address where I instructed them to visit.
All right.
Okay, Brigadier, according to Captain Kruger, he indicated to you that he would not be in a position to go to the address because they were already in Pretoria North. It was Friday afternoon and the traffic was hectic, being a Friday afternoon. And he also indicated that they don't have a vehicle with a blue light or a siren in order to navigate the traffic, and that the tires of the vehicle was not in a good condition for them to make the journey to that address. Do you recall that interaction with Captain Kruger at all?
Thank you, Commissioner. What I recall, it was a peak hour time that day. And then what I can recall was that he did indicate the issue of the car that they are driving, that it's an old car that doesn't have blue lights or siren with it. And then my response to him was to push as much as you can to the address. And then he never indicated, I don't recall indicating to me that he is in Pretoria North.
Okay. And according to Captain Kruger, you said to him that he must turn around and go there immediately. Do you recall saying that to him?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Well, Captain Kruger also says he told you that they were on their way to another operation outside of Gauteng.
Commissioner, they were coming from another operation.
His statement is he told you they are on their way to an operation outside of Gauteng and they are waiting for a colleague to come and pick them up. And you said he must still come to Sendest anyway.
I don't recall that, Commissioner.
So he's not telling the truth.
The only thing that I can confirm, I was aware that in that morning they did have an operation, Commissioner.
So in his statement where he says he told you that they were on their way to an operation outside Gauteng, your firm position is that did not happen. He didn't tell you that.
Not to my knowledge, Commissioner.
Not to your knowledge or not to your recollection?
Not to my recollection. Point of correction, Commissioner.
Thank you, Chair.
But if it's not to your recollection, it means you can't dispute it. If he firmly says he told you that because you just don't recall it. But if he firmly says, as he has done in the statement, if he firmly says that he told you that, you are not in a position to say it did not happen because you don't remember.
That's correct, Worship. The only thing that I'm confirming was I was aware there was an operation on that day from my team.
Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Brigadier, I'm trying to understand what your instruction to Captain Kruger was, because as I understand the instruction to you from General Mboto, and that's paragraph 3 of your statement on page 2. The instruction is that you must verify if there are legitimate Hawks members at that address. Was that the instruction to you?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Yes. But then your instruction to Captain Kruger is different from that, because you then instruct Captain Kruger, that's paragraph 4, to go to the address and verify if it was indeed a legitimate operation.
That's correct,
So it's no longer about are the Hawks people at the premises. What you are instructing Kruger to do is to go check if there is a legitimate operation there.
That's correct, Commissioner. To me, when the DIFCOM General Mpodo gave me instruction, he clarified everything to say members there, alleging from the Hawks, and then alleging to be with our national head, General Levia. But when I instructed the member, I said them to go to the address to go and verify who are those members that are there and to confirm if it's a legit police operation.
And seeing that you were in Pretoria and Captain Kruger was not in Sandton or Sandhurst, why could you not? Because if somebody is impersonating the Hawks, The Hawks are part of the SAPS. Why couldn't you call the police station in Sandton to say, can you please go to the address and find out what is happening? Why did it have to be the Hawks that go there?
Thank you, Commissioner. The reason for sending Captain Kruger and Constable Digovea, they are my team members of the operational office within the DPCI. When instructions came, our divisional commissioner knows that I'm running an operational team that is running around all the 9 provinces. And then he did know that on that point in time when he instructed me, I having members on the ground.
Sorry, I didn't get that.
I'm saying the last point, what I said is that when he instructed me, he was aware that I had the members on the ground operationally.
On the ground where?
Around Gauteng province.
Yes, but Gauteng province is a big province. My question is, if you wanted to know if there's a police operation in Sandhurst, why did you not call the police station in Sandton to verify that? Why did you have to call the Hawks who are all over Gauteng to go to the address?
Thank you, Commissioner. When he called me, I think, according to me, he did know that I've got a team that is movable at any time. And then allegation of the Hawks members with the national head. When it came to me, then I have to dispatch my members to go and verify. Because even if they arrive at the scene, it will be easy for them to can identify the Hawks members if they arrive at the scene.
I think the substance or essence of the question is this. You are told by Captain Kruger that I am in Pretoria. I'm driving a motor vehicle that does not have a siren, does not have, did it have blue lamps? Does not have blue lights. And the tires are almost gone. And it is the rush hour or peak hour. So, and you have confirmed all those. Now, that must have told you that it would take Captain Kruger and Constable Brigadier a long time to get to the Sandhurst address. So the substance of the question is this. Under those circumstances, why is it that you did not get hold of, say, for example, the police station in Sandton? Could have been any other close police station. Why did you not get hold of that police station for members from that police station to go to the address at Sandhurst? Can you please respond in a clear manner now?
Thank you, my Commissioner. When that question came to me, Commissioner, I did confirm that Captain Kruger did indicate the condition of the car, but according to me, I don't recall him stating to me that it's in Pretoria North. That's point number 1. And then point number 2, the reason for contacting him is that I am aware that they are residing around East Rand and Joburg side. And then for me not engaging the SAPS, following the instruction that is coming from the DEFCON, he said to me, go and verify. And for me to explore the instruction from the DEFCON, I relied on the capacity, human capacity that I'm having within my office on the operational team.
Did you try to establish from Captain Kruger what the relevance of the issue around the condition of his car was? Why would he have mentioned that? Was it not because he was saying, I will take too long to get there? Did you not try to establish why he was telling you about his car?
Thank you, Commissioner. I did not. That is what I'm saying in my mind. When I dispatch him, I know that he was that from that area, around Eastern Joburg. And then if they, although with that car in that condition,
Did you assume or did you know for a fact where he was?
I assumed, Commissioner, that he's that side, since well he's residing that side.
Why would that be so? Could he not have been anywhere? Could he not have been anywhere? Why did you make that assumption?
Thank you, Commissioner. I make the assumption as I presented before the commission to say the team had an operation in that morning. And then on that time in the afternoon, I had that assumption that everything has been done on the earlier operation and those guys there have to be around that area of Joburg and Eastern.
Thank you, Jay.
Thank you.
Brigadier, if I can just take you back to paragraph 3 of your statement where you mention that it was not unusual for individuals to pretend that they were members of the Hawks. Can you just elaborate on that and whether that played a role in your decision to deploy a team?
Thank you, Commissioner. Within my daily duties, I did previously encounter situations where members used to impersonate the Hawks members. We have several cases where at some we were successfully managed to arrest some of those members, particularly on the cases that I recall. If I'm correct, I'm speaking to the point of correction, but 3 that was arrested were used to call themselves Captain Klengi from the DPCI. And then 4 of those members used to present themselves as Colonel Klengi from the DPCI. So the issue of the bogus corps or impersonating public members to be members of the Hawks, I did have already that experience and few cases to prove that we have such individuals running around impersonating the Hawks members.
In those cases where you say you have arrested people for impersonating the Hawks, where would you have found these suspects or these people that you arrest? Where do you find them? Did you find them at the scene where they were impersonating the Hawks, the people that you speak of?
Thank you, Commissioner. In 2 of the cases where I managed to come into contact with the suspect, that was the incident where the 2 called a victim to a certain point, alleging to be the members of the Hawks. And then the victim managed to arrive at the meeting point, and then we arrested those guys there. And then one of them was having a fake appointment certificate. Why? Because it was black in color, having his face, and then all over it was Hawks emblem. And then on the second instance, we arrested 2 officers from crime intelligence that were running with criminals. We arrested them in Mamelodi, Nelmafias area. After coming to the meeting point with the victim, only to pick us up, and then a chase ensued until we managed to arrest them at Nelmafias in Mamelodi. The male officer was wearing a white Hawks t-shirt, and then the lady was just in the normal civilian dress, and then all of them alleged to be from the Hawks.
And have any of them, those cases that you're talking about, been reported to you as legitimate or as bogus, rather, let me ask, as bogus Hawks operations where you've arrested these people?
Yes, Commissioner, all of them, they were in the middle of an operation or in the middle of meeting a victim.
Thank you.
Thanks, Commissioner.
Thank you, Brigadier. Can I just ask you, regarding your call with General Mboto, did he tell you who had called General Libya with the information that there were bogus Hawks impersonators on the scene? Did he tell you who had called General Libya?
Commissioner, no, he never indicated to me who called our former national leader.
Now,
When he said, sorry, I'm sorry, Ms. Nube. When General Mboto said to you or asked you to verify if there are members deployed around Johannesburg, he's the one that sent you to that address, you say, to Sandhurst.
Correct, Commissioner, he is the one who gave me that instruction to go and verify.
And did he say to you whether this was whether or not this was at the instruction of General Libya?
No, never indicated, he just gave me, I took instruction from him
So
there.
you understood it to be an instruction from him.
Correct, Commissioner.
Thank you.
thank you, Commissioner Baloy. Then, if I can return to paragraph 4 of your statement on page 2, where you had indicated that you called Captain Kruger and Constable de Gavea and instructed them to go to the address. You say that you sent the address in Sandhurst to Captain Kruger. Is that correct, via WhatsApp?
That's correct, Commissioner.
If I can just refer you to Captain Kruger's statement, it is in section 3 in the file in front of you. And it's annexure BK1, but the tag is labeled B1. If you can go to that annexure and confirm that this is a screenshot of the WhatsApp that you had sent to him. I'll just project it as well, the redacted version.
B1.
Yes. Do you confirm that that was your WhatsApp message to Captain Kruger at BK1, page 1, and that it contained the address of Mr. Katiso Molefe?
I can confirm, Commissioner.
And that you sent that message on the 6th of December 2024 at 15:57?
I can confirm, Commissioner.
Now, it's a forwarded message. Is this because you were forwarding the message that General Mboto had sent to you? You just forwarded it on to, did you just forward it on to Captain Kruger?
Commissioner, that's a message that was, the address was coming from General Mboto, of which I forwarded to Captain Kruger.
Thank you. Captain Kruger says that you also forwarded another screenshot to him, which was a motor vehicle registration report for a specific vehicle, and he said it was an Audi. Do you recall forwarding that to him as well?
Correct, Commissioner. I do recall.
And if we look at the BK1, we can't see the downloaded message, but do you confirm that that is what you had forwarded to him? And if you go to page 2 of that same annexure, you will see what he says was the printout that was sent to him.
That's correct, Commissioner, I can say.
Can you tell us why you were forwarding the details of this Audi to him?
Thank you, Commissioner. This Audi, when after receiving the address at Sandhurst, there was a number plate that was given of one of the cars that were within that premises. So if you look at the picture itself, that blue picture, that's the system that we normally use to test our to test vehicles while we are on duty. We had that system within our phones to say if I get a registration number, I can just go to that app and then test the car, and then it will give me the result. That's the result that we got of one of the cars that were within the premises.
Now, you say it was given to you, the registration details were given to you by whom?
By General Mboto.
And did he say who had given it to him? Did General Mboto tell you who had given that registration details to him?
Thank you, Commissioner. I never indicated to him who gave him the registration number, but with my assumption, I assume that it's coming from the national head. Why? Because the national head is the one who was contacted from the address.
So you didn't know what the relevance of that registration number was when you received it?
There was an indication, Commissioner, to say it's one of the cars that are within that address.
That's at the scene of the Sandhurst address?
That's correct, Commissioner.
When and how did General Mboto tell you that? Because it's not in your statement. You don't tell us in the statement why he gave you the details of this vehicle. You also don't tell us what you did with it.
That's correct, Commissioner. I didn't mention it on my statement, of which I will admit to be the omission, to say conversation between me and Captain Kruger via WhatsApp.
I'm asking about the conversation with General Mboto, where he tells you, you are telling us now, that he told you this is a vehicle that is on the scene that you are going to. That's not contained in your statement. It's not in the WhatsApp messages or in the phone messages attached to General Kruger's, to Captain Kruger's statement. Why is that? Where is that communication?
Thank you, Commissioner. I will accept as an omission on my statement. I omitted it on my statement, Commissioner.
It is an important omission because you get the details of a motor vehicle, you forward that detail to somebody else, and there is no record of why this motor vehicle was relevant. Why did you need to know? And all you're telling us now is you were told it's on the premises. Doing what? What did General Mboto say about this vehicle being on the premises? Why did it matter that you should know about it? Surely you must have asked that question.
Yes, sir, Commissioner. That's why I'm admitting it's my mistake not to include it on my statement.
You did ask the question, why are you giving me this information?
He did indicate, Commissioner, to me to say, there's one of the registration numbers that was identified to be at the address.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloy. And then, Brigadier, if you can go back to page 1 of B1, which is BK1. I just want to record the time that the vehicle registration information is sent. You'll recall that you forwarded the address at 15:57, but the time that you send the vehicle registration details is at 16:24, so about a half an hour later. Had you had a further call with General Mboto between the time that you sent the address to Captain Kruger and the time that you sent the motor vehicle information?
Thanks, Commissioner. If I recall well, I did have conversation with General Mboto until the last communication when I gave him a feedback from the team that I sent aside. There was a communication.
And was it after one of those further communications that he had sent these details to you regarding the motor vehicle registration?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Okay. In the message you also send, if you can look at page 1, you send a message that says also black X5. Where did you get that information from? Because it's not a forwarded message. It seems that it was something that you typed out.
Thank you, Commissioner. That's the confirmation that I was still having contact with General Mboto.
So General Mboto was sending you this information or communicating this information to you about what was being observed on the scene.
Correct, Commissioner. He was updating me about what they observing within the scene, and then with my assumption to say the person who was communicating with General Libya, communication General Libya, and then escalated down to DEFCOM. DEFCOM escalated down to me.
And then just...
What exactly did the General Mboto say about the Black X5?
Thank you, Commissioner. As I recall well, it was indicated also after the first vehicle was given in with the registration number. There was also indication that there was also a black X5 there that we couldn't, or that was not given the registration number.
Thank you, Brigadier. And then just to complete the message on that page 1, there is it says copied a brig. And that is from Captain Kruger. I think he was trying to communicate to you copied Brigadier, as in received.
That's how I'll assume it, the Commissioner.
Okay. Thank you, Brigadier. Now, we then get to paragraph 5 of your statement, and you speak about a further conversation with Captain Kruger. Can you tell us what transpired during that conversation?
Thank you, Commissioner. Captain Kruger, after arriving at the set address, he did call me to give me a feedback. And then he indicated to me to say, Brigadier, this is a legitimate police operation where I managed to meet with the team leader of the group running the operation by the name of Captain Wanda. And then along our conversation, he also indicated to me to say, I'm with Captain Wanda, do you wish to speak with him?
Okay, before we get to that conversation, can I just ask you, between the time that you had your first call with Captain Kruger and then this call when he contacts you to tell you he's at the scene, were there any other calls between the two of you during that period?
Yes, Commissioner, there were calls between me and Captain Kruger because I kept on checking on him, how far is he to the address.
And how many times would you estimate you called him during that period?
Yeah, Commissioner, I don't want to lie how many times, but I was keeping contact now and then with him.
When you have deployed, and I'm going to use the word deployed in this case, because you've sent Captain Kruger to go to the scene with Captain Dikovea.
Constable Dikovea.
Constable, I beg your pardon. Is it in the normal course when you've deployed people to a scene that you phone them constantly, asking them how far are you and wanting updates as they go along, proceeding to the scene and they get to the scene? Is that your protocol, your normal protocol?
Thank you, Commissioner. It is normal. Based on the operation that we'll be running, we used to have a planned operations that we will receive an information beforehand. We will have an ample time to can plan for that operation. And then it's normal, again, when we receive an emergency call from our superiors to say, this is happening, can you attend to it? And then on that instance, it's unplanned. And then when I dispatch members, I will constantly communicate with them so that I can also give feedback to my superiors.
Thank you.
Brigadier, at some point while you were having WhatsApp or telephone conversations with Captain Kruger, according to his statement, a WhatsApp group was created and you were joined and became part of that WhatsApp group. Is that correct?
Commissioner, what I can confirm is that even if he did open a chat group where he added me, what I can confirm is that I didn't participate on that chat group. Why? Because I constantly called him and then he was talking to me and then I didn't have much reason to participate on that chat group.
That bothers me because if you were interested in knowing whether there were Hawks people at the address in Sandhurst and you had sent him there, his reason for creating the WhatsApp group would be to attend to your instruction.
I agree that he will attend to my instruction, Commissioner, but what I can confirm is that direct communication with him was giving me a first-hand information. That is why I didn't participate on the WhatsApp program.
Yes. I tell you what bothers me with the WhatsApps. If you go to Annexure B3 on page 9, these are the WhatsApps now in the group. And around 1644, on that same day, there is a WhatsApp that says, this is a legitimate police operation. I will send you Ops Commander's number. And then by around 1652, the details are provided that this is a legal subs operation, counterintelligence task team appointed by General Kumalo. Lieutenant Kumalo is in charge. If you look at that timeline, this is 1652. Do you see that? On page 9. There's a tab B3.
Correct.
Are you there?
I can see it.
Sorry, Brigadier, are you there?
Yes,
On
I
page
can
9.
see it.
Do you see where I was reading from?
Yes, Commissioner, I see where you are reading page 9.
Yes. Now,
Intelligence task team appointed by General Kumalo.
yes.
Lieutenant Kumalo in charge.
Yeah. So according to Kruger's statement, this is 10 minutes before he arrives at the Sandhurst address because he says, I arrived at 5 o'clock. So 10 minutes before, there is information on WhatsApp that this is a legitimate police operation and who is the commander responsible.
I can confirm I see the message, Commissioner, but I will still advise the Commission to say, I never participated on this group chat. If the Commissioner can check on page 1 of BK1, the WhatsApp that I sent to Captain Kruger was direct from me to him, not on the group. So I never participated on the group chat that was run on the particular day, Commissioner.
Sorry, Brigadier. Can I take you to page 7 of that same annexure? Are you there?
Yeah, I am here.
It's the one that says you added Brig Clanky. Do you see it? On page 7? At the bottom, you added Brig Clanky. This is the WhatsApp the WhatsApp group that was created.
Yes.
And you've been added by Captain Kruger. Do you see that? And the next message is a message from you, which is the same motor vehicle information that you had sent Captain Kruger individually. If you go to page 8, it's a clearer picture of that same conversation.
Commissioner, if I'm getting you right, on page 7, you're speaking about the message of also a black
Yeah.
X5.
Go to page 8. Do you see the message that says you added Brig Clanky? Do you see that? That is Captain Kruger adding you to the group. Brigadier, do you see it?
I'm still checking. I see the one at the top, you added Chief George, and then Chief, let me see, where they added me. You can...
It's on page 8. I can get somebody to assist you if that will help.
If I'm correct, Commissioner, on page 8, is it the one that the first message that says you added Chief George?
Look at page 7. Do you see there are 2 in your hard copy? There's one on top, there's 2, it seems like it's 2 WhatsApps. It says you added Brig Clanky.
Correct.
The lower one says you added Brig Clanky, and then there's a message from Brig Clanky with the information, the motor vehicle information that you had sent to Captain Kruger individually earlier on. This is now at 16:34 when this is sent
I can see it.
by you in the WhatsApp group.
I can see it, Commissioner.
So when you said earlier that you didn't participate in that WhatsApp group, that wasn't accurate.
Commissioner, I still confirm that I didn't take part on this group chat. And then the message that I'm seeing from me, I don't know what it was. It's screenshot and posted to the group, copy and paste to the group.
Can you go to page 11?
May I, Ms. Ngube, refer you to paragraph 8 at page 3 of Captain Kruger's statement. He seems to be saying that he is the one who sent what you are referring to the group, which suggests that it was not the Brigadier who sent these to the group.
Chair, just a point of correction. He sent it earlier on, Captain Kruger. If Chair can look at page 6.
Yes.
What Captain Kruger is referring to is the forwarding that he does on page 6 when he starts the WhatsApp group. At the bottom of page 6, you've got the address, and then there's that motor vehicle blue picture that we see, which is a downloaded, and then it says also black X5. Those are forwarded messages. He's forwarding those messages that he received from Brigadier Mokoena. He's forwarding it to the group that he's created. That's at 16:30. He then adds Brigadier Mokoena later at 16:32 on page 7. And once he's added Brigadier Clanky, which is Brigadier Mokoena on page 7, Brigadier Mokoena, which is Brig Clanky, sends those same messages again because he wouldn't have been privy to the forwarded messages earlier because he wasn't part of the group at that point.
And who forwards at that stage?
It's not a forwarded message, it's actually sent into the group by what I'm suggesting to the Brigadier. It's him, because you can see it's not a forwarded message. It is a message with his name on, and you can see even at the bottom where it says also black X5, it's not a forwarded message, it's a message that he is inserting into the chat, so effectively typing it in that chat.
Okay, let's say, I just want to see where exactly the Brigadier is added to the group in relation to what appears at the beginning of paragraph 8 Where in relation to that is the brigadier added to the?
The brigadier is added after the WhatsApp messages, the WhatsApp group is created, and after the initial address and the motor vehicle information and the also X5 messages are forwarded by Captain Kruger that he received from Brigadier Mokoena. He's now forwarding it into the WhatsApp group that he created at 16:30, and that you will see on page 6 of BK3. On BK3, page 7, the bottom one, he's added Brigadier Klenke at just after 16:32, because you can see the last message before he adds says Halo radios on 16:32. He then adds Brigadier Klenke. Brigadier Klenke sends that same message, which is the vehicle information and the also a black X5 information into the group, because he wouldn't have known that it was already put into the group because he wasn't in the group at the time when it was initially forwarded by Captain Kruger into the group.
All right, thank you. Do you want to clear all of
Yes.
this with the witness then?
Thank you, Chair. So, Brigadier, I want to ask if we can go back to page 7 of BK3. Do you confirm that you were added to the group shortly after 16:32, as reflected in the screenshot on page 7?
I do confirm, Commissioner.
Okay. And then do you confirm that you sent the motor vehicle information into that group?
Correct, Worship, I can see it on the
Okay. And do you confirm that you also sent the message that says also X5, black X5?
I can confirm, Commissioner, I see it on the picture.
Okay. So I'm going to put the proposition again to you later, but can I also take you to page 11 of BK3? This is later on in the chat at 17:52. Actually, at 17:46 on the top. Do you see the top messages?
Correct, Commissioner.
There's a message from Captain Percy Sinjane, and then there is a Brig Klenke. Captain Berry, thanks a lot. You can withdraw, bro. Is that a message that you sent in the group?
I can see it, Commissioner.
Do you confirm that you sent that message in that WhatsApp group?
According to the footage, shows like that, Commissioner.
And the next message that says all the members with Captain Berry, thanks.
Correct, Commissioner.
Okay. So do you want to, Commissioner Kamalo will take it over from here.
Thank you, Commissioner. Back to the question of Commissioner.
Just pause there for a moment, Brigadier. That was my concern, that if you look at the timeline, at 1640 to 1650, so on page 9, from 1644 to 1652, by then there's communication within the group that this is a lawful SAPS operation. It's the counterintelligence task team involved. They're appointed by General Khumalo. He is in charge. This is before Captain Kruger arrives at the scene, because he only gets there at 5 o'clock, according to his evidence. Yet it takes another hour for you to instruct the members to withdraw. I just cannot understand why, when it became clear at 1644 that this is a legitimate police operation, telephone calls were not made to Lieutenant General Khumalo to inquire from him whether the people at the address in Sandhurst are executing a lawful police operation. I don't understand why, after that information, the Hawks people still needed to go to the address and remain at the address for at least another hour. I just don't get that. Do you want to comment?
No, I hear you, Commissioner. I won't have much comment concerning this, as I was just receiving a feedback from the 2 members that I sent there. So when it comes to the issue of confirming that is the General Khumalo, on my statement, I have indicated that Captain Kruger did indicate to me that it's a legitimate police operation. I speak with Captain Wanda, and then that's where I paused my statement. The information of General Khumalo, I'm just picking it up now by the group WhatsApp.
But you were part of the WhatsApp communication. You have just confirmed. Initially, you said you did not participate in the group.
It has to be somehow, somewhere, as I indicated, to say I was having a direct communication with Captain Kruger to say, on the WhatsApp group, Commissioner, to be honest, I was concentrating on the first-hand information that I was getting via a call from Captain Kruger. So, yes, via when we go through the WhatsApp chat, I'm added on the WhatsApp chat, and somewhere there's 2 messages or 3 messages where it seems coming from me, and then totally I can confirm that I was not monitoring the group chat on that particular day. I was on the live call to Captain Kruger.
I don't follow that, Brigadier. I want to take you back to your earlier statement that you did not participate in the group chats. Now, Advocate or Ms. Mobe has taken you through the chats and has shown you a few chats in which you actually participated. You yourself sent a good few chats within that group. Can you explain yourself as to why you said you never participated in the group?
Commissioner, to avoid going forward with this explanation, as I recall, I said I don't recall participating on the group chat. And that at this point in time, I'm still not at liberty to can say this message was sent to me, or was it copy and paste from Captain Kruger's WhatsApp to be pasted on the group. If you copy and paste the message from somebody and then paste it to somebody, it will look as if the same message is coming direct from the same person that you copied from. So my take was, for now, I don't have that confirmation. I just see that it's there. And it's coming from.
What are you seeking to establish by the last thing you just said? Are you going back on your word, which you gave in response to Ms. Ngube, which was to accept that you had actually sent these chats?
Correct.
Are you going back on that? Are you changing your testimony in this regard?
Correct, Worship. I will still stick to the first word that I said, that I never participated on the chat group. Then the current question now that is coming here is the WhatsApp group that are here. Where they not certain that they're coming from me. I'm still vying the issue of copy and paste messages.
Can I just show you the last one on page 17?
Page 7?
Same annexure, page 17. Are you there?
Yeah, page 7.
Yes.
Yes.
So do you see where it says Brigadier Klenki? Thanks very much, colleagues.
Yes.
That's you communicating with the group, because if you are communicating with one person being Kruger, you would say, thank you, Captain Kruger. But you are communicating with the group here. That's why you are saying, thanks very much, colleagues, using the plural. Unless you say that's also a copy and paste.
Thank you, Commissioner. don't get me in other way, to be in a plural. As soon as I assign a team with a certain senior officer, my communication in most time it will be within the senior officer. He has to give me a feedback. I have to correspond with him. He has to escalate to the members. So it's a common thing. I can give you a typical example in a sense that within my office, I've got a group chat of the officers. If they send a message to a normal office group chat, I won't comment. I will only comment to this officers group and in plural. That's how I know that if I communicate in plural, that message has been escalated to the members to say job well done, or
I think let's leave this conversation there for now and hand back to Advocate Ngube.
Thank you. Brigadier, can I just ask you to go to page 14?
14.
Yes, of that same BK3 that we've been dealing with. Are you there?
I'm in page 14, Commissioner.
Yes, the top message is from Warrant Officer Malume Nkosi. Well, it's saved by Captain Kruger as Malume Nkosi. It's actually Sabelo Nkosi, as I understand it. He was part of the WhatsApp group. He sends a message later on saying, this is the person that called the gen. And you respond to his message, not a message from Captain Kruger, a message now from Nkosi saying, which one? Now, if you were only communicating with Captain Kruger and you are suggesting that Captain Kruger would have copied and pasted perhaps your messages between the two of you into this group, why are you responding then to a message from Warrant Officer Nkosi? This is not Captain Kruger on the proposition that you put to Commissioner Kumalo. That wouldn't pass this test, would it?
I can see it coming and it's still questionable.
It's still questionable?
Yeah, it's still questionable.
Okay. Now, what Captain Kruger also provided us with is the actual WhatsApp printout, not just the screenshots. Can I ask you to go to B2, which is actually BK2, but the tab would be B2.
Sorry, before you do that, maybe just to complete that line or sequence of discussion that you've been having with Ms. Ngube, I would like to, you earlier discussed where you were shown where you say, Captain Berry, thanks a lot, you can withdraw, bro. All the members with Captain Berry, thanks. And that's the one you say maybe it's a copy and paste. That's at page 11. If you go to page 10, the second set of WhatsApp messages, you will see it starts with Captain Percy Sinjane, that's the second set, and then 8 kilos, 8 kilos. And then there is a direct message that says standing off break. Now, unless you tell us there was another brigadier in the operation and in the group, which you haven't said yet. So they tell you standing off break and you answer, you appear to answer in the next page where you say, Captain Berry, thank you, you can withdraw, bro. So that suggests that in page 11, you are in fact responding to what was sent to you on page 10. Standing off break, which shows 2 blue ticks. Which suggests you would have read the message, or whoever break is here would have read the message.
I see it, Commissioner, and it's still questionable. Standing off break, I can see it on the messages.
Yes.
Still questionable.
Okay, let me leave it there for now. There is something else, but let me see where Ms. Ngube wants to
And
go.
then to add on that, I was not informed if there was a brigadier self on the scene from Captain Kruger. As much as this one of the general, I just saw it now on this photos on the file, it was never indicated to me, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Can I just understand, Brigadier, what is it that you are finding questionable about these screenshots? Are you questioning the authenticity of the screenshots, or are you questioning the fact that what Captain Kruger may have done is to take messages that you were communicating with him directly in a separate WhatsApp chat between the two of you. He posted this into that chat group. What is it that you are finding questionable?
Thanks, Commissioner. According to me, knowing my team members, I will still stand with the issue that I'm suspecting Captain Kruger was copying and pasting.
Okay, so you don't dispute the authenticity of the WhatsApp screenshots. You accept that these are screenshots of the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, I don't question
Okay.
the authenticity.
But insofar as it relates to messages that appear to have been sent by you in that group, you question that you actually sent it into that group. You say that Captain Kruger copied and pasted messages that was exchanged between the two of you privately into that group.
That's what I want to believe in, Commissioner.
Okay. Can I then take you to B2?
Ms. Nube, should we mark it BK2? Because it's
BK2,
not
my
marked.
apologies. It is actually it is BK2, but on the tags it is B2. And I see the chair smiling at me, but it's not my. I will attend to it, Chair, but it's not my work product.
That's the point I made right at the beginning. So please change all those flags.
I'm looking to my colleagues behind me, Chair. Are you there at BK2?
Page 3 is, Commissioner.
Yes. This is the actual printout of the WhatsApp chat group that Captain Kruger created and provided to the Commission. So in addition to the screenshots, he also sent the actual...
May I make a request? We've done this quite a bit in relation to the color chats that we went through just now. Maybe deal with one or two examples and let's not do all of them, please, in the interest of time. I think the point has been...
Indeed, Chair.
Yes.
It's really just to address the proposition that it was copy and paste.
Yes.
Thank you. Yes.
I understand.
If I can ask you to look at page 3, towards the end, you'll see there's an entry. In fact, if we can start at the top, there's an entry just a quarter way that says 6/12/2024, 1634. Do you see that?
1634, yes.
Yes. And just above that, it's 1632. It says you added Brig Clanky. Then at 1634, it says Brig Clanky, media omitted. Do you see that?
Yes, I can see it.
And 1634, Brig Clanky, also black X5.
Correct, Commissioner.
Okay. Now, these are not screenshots. This is a printout of the actual messages that were sent by the people in that group. Do you still want to stick to the version that you contend that Captain Kruger was copying and pasting private messages between the two of you into the WhatsApp chat group?
Thank you, Commissioner. If it indeed Captain Kruger copy and pasted the message, I think the printout will come the same as the group chat stands. There won't be a difference.
Okay.
I don't know if I understand your question, but according to me,
if it's posted by him, then it would not appear under your name. Your name would only appear because it's in the content of what has been posted. But it would not appear under your name. That should be as clear as daylight, Brigadier.
Thank you, Commissioner. If it's like that, it confirms my participation in the group. If it's like that.
If it is like, are you saying if it is like that, then it confirms that you did participate in the group?
Yes, if the printout is the same as the Commissioner's explained it to me.
Thank you, Brigadier. Now, why did you seek to disavow yourself from participating in this group? It would seem to be a reasonable step for Captain Kruger to add the person that had given him the instruction to attend to this address so that he can keep you updated and so that you can maybe communicate any further information? Why would you disavow yourself from participation in that group?
I will still, thanks Commissioner, to confirm that the communication that I recall for the particular date was direct calls with Captain Kruger and then WhatsApp direct to Captain Kruger, not on the group itself. I'll still maintain it.
Is the reason, Brigadier, not because you find it difficult to respond to the question posed by Commissioner Khumalo, which is why, after it had been confirmed within the group that this was a legitimate SAPS operation, you did not immediately call off your Hawks colleagues? Is that not the reason why you said, no, I never saw what happened in the group? I was not participating in the group, so I never saw that. I never saw that communication. Therefore, I could not have halted what my Hawks colleagues were doing at the premises. I could not have halted them much earlier. Is it not because you find it difficult to respond to that question that you saw your way out as simply saying, I did not participate in the group? Is that not the real reason?
No, it's not like that, Commissioner.
Thank you, Chair. Brigadier, then let's go back to your statement where we had left off before that detour. At page 2, at paragraph 5, you speak about the call that you then have with Captain Kruger once he's arrived at the scene. Can you elaborate on what transpired between you and Captain Kruger once he told you that he had arrived at the scene? Do you have it? It's page 2, section 2, page 2, and paragraph 5.
I am the Commissioner.
Okay, so my question was for you to explain to us what transpired once Captain Kruger told you that he was at the scene. What did you do?
Thank you, Commissioner. After indicating to me that it's at the scene and it's legit police operations, while giving me feedback, he said to me he spoke with the team leader, the Captain Wanda, and he also indicated that he is closer to I want to speak with him.
And then what happened?
Indeed, I did communicate with Captain Wanda to say to him, Captain Wanda, the reason for sending my team to the scene itself is to come and verify if it's a legit police operation within that address. And then I further indicated to him how the information came to me until I dispatched the team to the address.
Okay, before we proceed, can I just understand, you're saying that you were on the phone with Captain Kruger on Captain Kruger's phone?
Correct.
And he then gave the phone to his phone to Captain Wanda?
Correct, Commissioner.
Okay, so Captain Wanda gave evidence earlier, and he says that he spoke to you on the phone of an unknown African male who was at the scene, who gave him the phone, and on the other end, you were there, on the other end of the call.
No.
Do you recall that?
No. What I can confirm in front of the Commission is that I was speaking with Captain Wanda on Captain Kruger's phone. I still recall that via the call to say, after giving him the information to say, I'm with the national head where I am now to confirm that the issue of Hawks members on the scene. I even turned that call, why? Because it was a WhatsApp call, into a video call for Captain Wanda to consider that I am at the National Awards, and then the National Head is there. It's not at the address itself. So it's only Captain Kruger I was calling to, and I was speaking with Captain Kruger's phone. That I can confirm.
Okay, can I ask you to go to B5? It's actually BK5, but the tab is B5. And in Captain Wanda's evidence, what he said was he doesn't know the name of the gentleman who gave him the phone. But during his evidence, he was referred to page 1 of page 21, BK5, and he identified the male in the dark T-shirt with his hands behind his back as the person that had given him the phone, and you were on the other end. Do you know that gentleman?
No, Commissioner, I don't know him.
And you didn't make a call to this gentleman's phone, and he didn't call you?
No, Commissioner, I don't know him. I don't recall making a call to this gentleman.
Okay. Thank you, Brigadier.
Brigadier, Captain Kruger has given a much more comprehensive statement than yours. Yours is 4 pages, and he's given us quite a lengthier statement of 10 pages. He doesn't mention that he gave you his phone on which you spoke to Captain Wanda. He doesn't say that at all. That's a very important part, and that's why you've included it in your statement. And if that happened, why would you not say it in his statement?
Commissioner, I won't know why he did said that, but I still can recall the communication was with Captain Kruger's phone. I never phoned somebody different.
So Captain Wanda is wrong to say he spoke to you on this gentleman's phone. You're saying he's wrong to say that?
It's wrong to say that, Commissioner, because looking through these photos, I don't have an idea who are these people.
Yeah, no. The question isn't whether you have an idea or not, at least not at this stage. But it's simply this. You spoke on the phone. You say it was Captain Kruger's phone you spoke on. You were not on the scene, so you wouldn't know whether it was Captain Kruger's phone or somebody else's. I expect you wouldn't know that.
Commissioner, I still maintain I was communicating on Captain Kruger's phone, and then I didn't have extra call from somebody on that crime scene.
Yes.
Yeah, still, maybe Captain Wanda got it wrong there.
And Captain Kruger forgot to mention that important fact, because your intervention was quite important. You are saying you spoke on the phone and then you were satisfied it's a legitimate SEPS operation, and on the basis of that call, you then said they should leave. Your people should leave. So Captain Kruger doesn't mention that very important call. That's quite strange, I must say.
I didn't mention the issue that I spoke with Captain Wanda on his phone.
On his phone, yes.
Yeah. Commissioner, I won't confirm the reason why I didn't mention it.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloy. Brigadier, can we then go to page 3 of your statement at, I think we had dealt with you placing the video call and showing Captain Wanda that you were with General Libya. Can I just understand again why it was that you felt the need to show him that you were with General Libya? Although he says that he wasn't able to see General Libya, he only saw uniformed policemen. I just wanted to find out why you felt that important to do that.
Thank you, Commissioner. The allegation of the information when I received it was the Hawks members at the set address with General Libya. And then when I relayed the story to Captain Wanda, the reason to send my team there, it was to prove him to say that said General Libya that they alleged to be on the scene is with me here at the National Awards. To can confirm that we were on the awards.
Okay. And then can we deal with paragraph 7 of your statement on page 3? You speak about what your expectations were of the two officers, Captain Kruger and Constable de Gavea, that you had instructed to attend to the scene. Can you just elaborate on that?
Correct, Commissioner. I dispatched the two members to go and verify what is happening on the set address. And then my expectation was for them to follow the instruction as I indicated to them, and then come back to me, indicate to me to say what is happening on that address. And then if the situation was supposed to be either way than expected, they should have also come back to me to indicate to me to say, we are on this address, and then we are finding this picture. And then we should have now have a different discussion following what, the assessment on the address itself.
Well, you say in paragraph 8 of your statement that you didn't expect the two officers to add members to the team to attend to the scene. Why did you not expect that from them?
Commissioner, if it was supposed to come to request of additional members, they should have first indicated to me so that I can add additional members, unless if when they arrive at the scene and then the scene approach them differently, that might pose a sort of like a danger, like they should have followed their discretion to say, now we're facing this situation, what can we do? But procedurally, if they were in the idea to make an additional members to assess, they should have just indicated to me.
Have you taken any disciplinary steps against them for not acting procedurally? After you became aware that they added members to the team that went to the address in Parkhurst, you say procedurally they should have come to you first to ask for permission to add members. Once you became aware that they added members, did you take any disciplinary steps against them for not following procedure?
Thank you, Commissioner. The issue of additional members, it came into my mind when I came for consultation in the commission. I never had that idea, that information before. It's only when I came for consultation on the commissioner where I was informed that, are you aware that there was more than 2 of your members on the scene? And I said, I was not aware. And then if, according to the members, did they have that discretion along the way to add more, they should have informed me. But now I'm becoming aware when I'm coming for consultation at the commission.
Are you saying you did not get a report after the 6th of December 2024 dealing with what transpired at the address in Parkhurst?
The only address that I received, the only feedback I received, Commissioner, I was communicating with the, Captain Kruger, of which I instructed him to visit to verify the address with Captain de Gavea. He never, along the way, to say we did have extra members within the instruction that you gave us, or he never indicated to me when I was speaking with him, with Captain One, to say, while we was at the premises, it happens that some of our members came and joined us here. Never had that information prior.
Yes, I would ask you about the WhatsApp on page 19, where there's now a discussion to close the group. But I assume your answer would be the same, that
yes,
although it says Brigadier Klenki, thanks Captain, no objection to closing the group, you would say that's not you, that's a copy-paste.
Thank you, Commissioner.
I'll leave it there.
Brigadier, on that report issue, what happens at the end of an operation? And reports submitted about operations as a matter of protocol.
The Commissioner, the only report that I can confirm to receive, it's after I withdraw the members from the scene, Captain Kruger did send me a copy of his diary on the summary that he did according to how the scene unfolded there.
You consider that a report?
Yes, but because after that, I went through that and I was able to give a report back to the DEFCON.
So,
And then I will again add to say, a planned operation, as I indicated in the commission to say, we used to have a planned operations and unplanned operations. Normally when we go out for a planned operation, we will have an inquiry within the office. But when it comes as an emergency like this from our superiors, we will just run without an inquiry, and then the whole report, a member has to compile it from his diary to the office.
but it's still an operation, right?
Correct.
Even that which you get by emergency request, right? So there must still be a report. And that's why Captain Kruger gives you his diary, which you consider to be a report.
Correct.
Yes. And a report surely must account for your personnel that were at the scene and what they did at the scene, what they observed. Otherwise, something is wrong with the reporting mechanisms of the DPCI then.
Commissioner, is what I said, the report I got it's from the Captain Kruger's diary. And then the same report, I regarded it as a valid report to me. That's why I managed at the end of the day to give a feedback to the DEFCON.
So you accept it's an incomplete report because he doesn't tell you who else was at the scene with him. He doesn't tell you that there were other DPCI members from Gauteng, that if his diary doesn't say that, then the report is incomplete.
It states a complete report, Commissioner, to me, in a sense that when I dispatched those members, they were not there to join the operation itself. They were just there for verification. And then the verification that Captain Kruger received from Captain Wanda gave me much weight to be convinced to say this is a legitimate police operation. So for them to be there and then want to question further on taking the names of the members that were on the operation and the likes, I mean, they was now supposed to be going far beyond the instruction that I gave them. Because his reason was when verified, then no team leader is Captain Wanda. Then I was convinced, and then
I'm putting the proposition to you, and please try and answer it. The proposition I'm putting to you is if the report you received, which is the diary of Captain Kruger, if that report doesn't account for other DPCI members that were at the scene, if it doesn't tell you that there were other DPCI members, so many of them, it is an incomplete report. That's a simple proposition I'm making to you.
Thank you, Commissioner. From the side of Captain Kruger, I will accept to be incomplete.
Yes. And is there a record in the DPCI of this operation that where you instructed them to go out? Is there any record that records this operation?
No. No, Commissioner.
Is that regular, that you would have a DPCI operation, yes, an emergency operation, and there's absolutely no record of it, of who instructed it, when, on the basis of what, and this is why they went to the scene, and this is the feedback you received by way of report. Is that regular, that you would have an operation that is unaccounted for on the books of the DPCI?
Thank you, Commissioner. My response to that is that I did indicate before the Commission to say it came as an emergency operation. It's not the planned one where we start opening inquiry, running with the inquiry, and then after the inquiry, we have to submit the success report. We have to submit the whole operation feedback. So this was just a call. It was irregular to us because just a call our superior ran. That's what we did.
Brigadier, maybe lastly, let me say this. I think South Africans, certainly speaking for myself, will be very concerned that the DPCI participates in operations that are not on record. There's no record of operations. This may not be the only one. Why should South Africans not be concerned?
Commissioner, my respond on that. But I indicated to say the members that are dispatched, the 2 members, were not there to join the operation. We're there to confirm, to verify. So if they were were supposed to be part and parcel of the operation, they should have compiled the whole full report, as the commissioner is asking now. But then verification, they arrived there, they met the member in charge, they verified that is a legit operation, and then the member just drafted simple summary on his diary and then forwarded it to me. They were not part and parcel of the operation itself. They were there for verification.
I had my concerns, Brigadier. Thank you.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioner Baloyi. Brigadier, you, in an exchange earlier on, you said that they, being Captain Kruger and Constable de Gouveia, had gone beyond your instruction by involving other members. Is that correct? Is that what you had said? They had gone beyond your instruction. What did you mean by that?
That's my response to you, Commissioner, when you were asking me, am I aware that there was additional members within my team? And then I said to me, if there was extra members from my team without informing me, then they were beyond my instruction. Because when they felt the situation uncomfortable or challenging, I should have get an indication from the side.
But isn't that precisely why you are trying to distance yourself from participation in the WhatsApp group? Because that WhatsApp group demonstrates that there were definitely more than just the 2 members that you say you instructed to attend at the address, and that you were aware that there were more than just 2 members. They reported to you when they arrived at the scene, and they told you when they were standing down. So you were at all times aware that it was more than just Constable de Gouveia and Captain Kruger.
Commissioner, I won't take it as distancing myself. The reason why I relied much on the telephone communication, I was sitting at the awards, and then the proceedings were on. And then the only thing that I managed to do after speaking with Captain Wanda, when I was supposed to speak with Captain Kruger for feedback and Captain Wanda, that's where I walked out of the event itself. And then after speaking with them, I went back to the event itself. It's not totally to say I was distancing myself from the chat group, Commissioner. At all.
There's just the last paragraph on paragraph 9 that I want him to read, but
just one question, because we have Captain Kruger coming to testify before the commission. If he says to the commission that you were in the group and you were communicating with members of the group, what should we as the commission do with that, in light of your denial that you participated in the WhatsApp group?
Commissioner, if he indeed can confirm that, then from my side I will be owing the commission an apology, and then I will also, secondly, be in a position that I didn't tell the truth to the commission to my best ability.
Because, to be fair to you, one of the allegations that are being made at this commission is that Hawks members interfered with a legitimate police operation. And Captain Kruger, in his own statement, he says at least around 1644, there was communication within the group that there's a legitimate police operation going on. I just cannot understand why it took another hour for them to withdraw from Sandhurst or to even continue going there in the first place. I just cannot understand.
Commissioner, when they speak about the Hawks members, I will only respond on that one of the Hawks members. Somewhere along the consultation, I picked it up that there was a marked Hawks cars on the scene. And then within my office, I don't have marked Hawks cars in my office. Automatically, there might be the Hawks members there, but when they spoke about the marked car, then I started to feel like there was extra Hawks members within the crime scene. I don't use the marked cars in my office. All our cars are unmarked. The only marked car that we have within head office, they are all within our media office. I don't have a marked car on my team. Then, when we go back to the issue of the Hawks t-shirt, I did confirm some of my team members, when they come for duty, they wear the Hawks teams. It's not a uniform. We are working on civilian clothes. But whoever, when the sun rises, feel to wear a t-shirt with Hawks emblem, is allowed. Then on the issue of the Captain Kruger, I won't answer much. I will allow him just to come before the commission.
Thank you, Commissioner Kumalo. Brigadier, before I ask you to read paragraph 9 into the record, I just want to ask you, were Captain Kruger and Constable de Gavea the only members of the Hawks that you had instructed to attend Katiso Molefe's home on the 6th of December?
That's correct, Commissioner.
Just before you go on, Ms. Mule, in response to the question by Commissioner Kumalo, you said that if Captain Kruger confirms that you indeed participated in group chats, you will tender an apology and accept that you were telling an untruth. What's the nature of the confirmation that you have in mind? The sort of confirmation that would result in you tendering an apology and accepting that you were being untruthful. Did you hear me? I see you straining your ears and even coming closer to the mic. Yeah, did you hear me?
My apology, Commissioner. I missed something when the Commissioner started talking.
Okay. In response to Commissioner Kumalo's question, you said that if Captain Kruger confirms the content of the group chats, I'm paraphrasing, then you will tender an apology and accept that you were telling an untruth. My question is, what's the nature of the confirmation that you have in mind? A confirmation that would result in you tendering an apology and accepting that you were being untruthful. What sort of confirmation do you have in mind?
Commissioner, if I'm allowed, can I be allowed just to reserve that answer?
Be allowed to respond at a later stage.
So that I can
that's
respond.
fine. That's in order.
Thank you, Chair. And then just lastly, if you can deal with paragraph 9 on page 3 of your statement. Can either read it into the record or you can tell us what it is that you're trying to convey in paragraph 9.
Thank you, Commissioner. What the explanation, paragraph 9. When information came to me that it was said group of people calling themselves the Hawks with General Levy. The reason for me to send the 2 members, if you send 2 members on such a situation, they will have a better approach towards the situation. And then they will have a better time to can assess. If you receive such an information and then you take the whole team rush there, I am with the opinion that via operational background, if I'm running an operation on certain premises and we're busy running there, and then there comes many cars from the police side, the approach from us towards those that are coming might bring us to chaos. Because the moment they will stop there might be a challenge to say, who are these people? And then you find that members can draw firearms to each other. There's a possibility that within that split of seconds, somebody might have a different adrenaline and then find that one of the members has squeezed the trigger and then hit his fellow colleague. But if you send 2 members, it's for assessment and verification. The sooner they pick up a different direction, they should have alarmed it in a better way, rather than sending the whole team to the scene.
This is an important issue. Maybe let's just explore it further. So you accept that it was wrong for a group of Hawks members, 3 or 4 cars, according to Wanda's statement. Do you accept that it was wrong for a team of Hawks officials to attend to the scene at Sandhurst?
Commissioner, I'll try to answer that question. I sent 2 members. According to Captain Wanda's testimony, he said a group of Hawks members. So there's a difference from what my instruction was to my 2 members only. And then there was a group of Hawks of which is what I declared to the commission to say they also indicated the marked Hawks cars, of which I cannot be held accountable on those marked Hawks cars. I don't know how many members were carried on that Hawks marked cars. And then from my side, I dispatched only 2 members. So if they come at large like that, I mean, there should have been a retaliation there. Should have been a retaliation there, and then where could have ended up in chaos.
And I said Brigadier is actually Captain Wanda, so let me just clarify that. It is Captain Wanda, just to get his title correct.
Captain Wanda. Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you, Commissioners.
Brigadier, just to finish off a topic that was touched on earlier. If you go to B3, the tab B3, and then at page 14, it's that sequence of WhatsApp messages. And I asked the question mindful about what you've said about your participation or non-participation in this WhatsApp group. So at page 14, you have that first set of WhatsApp messages. And there's the one from Warrant Officer Malume Tom. I think we've established it's Nkosi or somebody. And the message says, this is the person that called the general. You see where I'm reading?
Yes, General, Commissioner.
And then it indicates you asking which one. It says Brigadier Klein, and then which one, you've got 4 question marks. You see that?
Correct, Commissioner.
Right. Now, if you turn to the next page, The top WhatsApp says, again, it's Warrant Officer Malume Tom. It says Mr. Mtetwa. You see that?
Correct, Commissioner.
And then he carries on. He says, he said is related to the owner of the house, right?
Correct, Commissioner.
And then in the bottom one, it's a repeat of that top email, WhatsApp message. It starts, Mtetwa, he said is related to the owner of the house. And there's a picture, a photograph of two people, one circled in yellow. You see that?
Correct, Commissioner.
And he says, this one, Brigadier. So he's answering you. It appears he's answering you when you ask which one. Remember the earlier conversation. And then he says, this one, Brigadier. So he circled the man in the navy blue T-shirt and what looks like navy blue T-shirt and navy blue pants. And that is the person that Captain Wanda pointed out as the person on whose phone he spoke to you. I just want to complete that is the sequence, and it's significant for the purpose of understanding who is this person that called the brigade, that called General Libya, and on whose phone Captain Wanda says you spoke to him. That's the significance of that link. But of course, you've already said you never spoke to him on this man's phone, and that remains your position.
Thank you, Commissioner. I still confirm that when I speak to Captain Wanda, I was speaking with him on Captain Kruger's phone. I still maintain that.
You've seen a bit of the picture of this person. It was shown there. Is it anyone that you recognize as involved in any way with the Hawks?
I don't know the people on the picture.
You don't recognize them?
I don't
Thank
recognize any one of them.
Thank you, Brigadier.
I hope, Brigadier, that you've now had time to think about an answer to my question. I will not repeat my question a third time. Are you now able to respond?
Thanks, Commissioner. If the confirmation will be there, Commissioner, I'm still maintaining that, then I will maintain that I didn't tell the truth to my best ability to the Commission.
I will not repeat the question because you are repeating what you had said, and my question was exactly formulated on the basis of what you mean by confirm or confirmation, which is the word you've just used now. I will not press this. I will not press this any further.
Thank you, Chair.
Yes.
That's the evidence of this witness, Chair. After the lunch adjournment, Captain Kruger will take the stand.
Let's adjourn and resume at 14:10.